Well, my friends, it's happening. 10 people are dead and several have been injured after a massive shooting at a Buffalo supermarket in New York. This is trending news, currently dominating the internet space, leaving many people asking, why did he do it? Well, according to reports, this guy browsed 4chan and left a very interesting rant online. Hello everyone, this is Mr. Obvious, and today on the internet, I wanted to talk about this story for several reasons. The first is that this is another major shooting in another long line of horrible atrocities that have hit America, and I think it's important we understand the reasons. Now, apparently, this guy left a massive rant online talking about using 4chan, talking about the Great Replacement Theory, which is a theory that white people are slowly being replaced in their home countries, becoming a minority. This is leading many people on Twitter to talk about the Great Replacement, saying that it's a racist and white supremacist idea. Currently, the Great Replacement is trending on Twitter with 20,000 tweets, with many people blaming people like Tucker Carlson for spreading these ideas. But what is the truth of the matter, my friends? Well, we're going to talk about all that and more, but before we do, remember to smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell button for updates for future content, and if you like these videos, please share them with your family and friends and online. And now, a word from our sponsor. Introducing Webull. Webull is a trading app where you can buy and sell stocks and cryptocurrency. Open a Webull account today, deposit any amount of money, even $1, and you will receive 5 free stocks, which could be worth up to $9,000. Folks, it's basically free money. It's that easy, folks. Join Webull today by clicking the affiliate link down below. And we're back. Okay, now this is a story that caught my eye and it really, honestly kind of made me mad. What bothers me is the fact that I've covered so many stories like this of racially motivated crimes that have happened time and time again. A lot of the stories I've covered, however, the perpetrator was not white. They were a minority. And every single time, the media ignored the story. They said, oh, there was a suspect who shot up a store or who shot some people. We don't know why. Meanwhile, these same people have written online that they did so because they didn't like white people or they didn't like, whoever. But the media never talks about these stories, ever. But now that you have a white guy who committed a similar crime, all of a sudden it's front page news. And all they can talk about on Twitter is racism and supremacy and the Great Replacement and how it's a conspiracy theory. Here on Twitter with news for Buffalo, this attack is being investigated by the FBI as a hate crime and as violent extremism. Again, where was the FBI during the last 5 racially motivated crimes, where it was a minority who said they didn't like white people? There was recently a shooting in New York, for example, on the subway. It was an African-American male who did so because he did not like white people. He posted all these videos online admitting it, and the FBI never investigated that as a violent hate crime. It was never called violent extremism, so why is there a double standard? It's the same story every single time. When there's a racially motivated attack and the perpetrator is not white, the media pushes it under the rug. It's either all bad or none of it's bad. And I think we can agree that it's all bad. But let's talk more about this Great Replacement conspiracy. Oh, truly it's a conspiracy. I want to take you over here to the Brookings.edu because, apparently this is a conspiracy. So let's look at a liberal educational resource, Brookings.edu, and we're going to examine if this is in fact true or not. Here it says, new 2020 census results show increased diversity, countering decade-long declines in America's white and youth populations. Here's what they talk about. The past decade saw slower growth and white population loss. More than 2/5 of Americans now identify as people of color. People of color comprised over half of the nation's youth. The first release of race-ethnic statistics from the 2020 census makes plain that America's diversity explosion is continuing. The new numbers show that for the first time, there was a decade-long loss in the number of white Americans who do not identify with other racial groups. Here in the following graph by the Metropolitan Policy Program at Brookings.edu. Here it says, decade white population growth rates from 1790 to 2020, and you can see that it has declined from roughly 35 to 40%, all the way down to negative 2.6%. White people are becoming a minority in their own nation. You can see here in this chart from the National Center for Health Statistics, declining white population, the number of deaths in the white population now exceeds the number of births. So we have multiple sources, even on CNN, that America is becoming a non-white country. So when they go and they post that replacement theory, when they say that's a conspiracy theory, I have to wonder what the hell they're talking about. You have Jude Legume on Twitter, who apparently is a journalist. Does more need to be said? He goes on to say, a self-described white supremacist traveled to a black neighborhood and murdered 10 people today, leaving behind a manifesto on the Great Replacement Theory, a racist conspiracy theory endorsed repeatedly by Tucker Carlson, the nation's most watched political pundit. You see, they keep saying this. They keep saying that it's a conspiracy theory, and they keep saying that it's racist. Why is it racist? Is it racist to state statistical facts that white people are literally a population in decline? Why is it that you can have countries like Japan that say, we don't allow immigration because Japan is for the Japanese? How come when Israel says, we don't allow open borders because then we would lose our national identity? Why is that not called racist? Do you ever wonder why it seems to be that it's never racist if it's a if Japan says it, oh, it's totally fine, stunning and brave. If Israel says it, oh, totally fine, it's stunning and brave. It's only when it's white people that they say it's a conspiracy theory. They say that it's racist. They say that it's supremacist. It's just the same story every single time. You know, and this is why, in my opinion, these people are the real racists. Like, they are racist. They don't like white people. They don't want white people. And they think it's funny. And it goes to show you how unhinged these people are. You have Hanasabi, that cancerous Twitch streamer. Hasanabi, is that his name? You know, saying that, oh, this is Tucker Carlson's fault because he was talking about the Great Replacement Theory. Oh, the manifesto reads like a Tucker Carlson broadcast. It's like, dude, do you watch Tucker Carlson? He's a conservative. He talks about conservative ideas. They're not extreme ideas. Yes, he mentions, you know, Great Replacement or replacement. It's true. You look at the white population and it's in decline. How is this a conspiracy? It's literally a fact. It's a fact. And I think there's a huge double standard in the media reporting because we have had countless stories about racially motivated attacks where the perpetrator was not white and the FBI never investigated as a hate crime. They never call it extremism. They never, ever seem to care. Oh, but a white man does something, that's front page news, that's a big deal. We need to shut down Tucker Carlson, shut down 4chan, shut down Fox News. It's all bullshit. So I think here's the real story, my friends. They don't care about facts. They don't care what's true. They've got a narrative to push, and that narrative is simple. He was white, so it's a major problem, it's a major crime, it's a travesty, it's a hate crime, FBI, put him in prison, throw him out into space. That is the narrative. And I'm sick of living in a world where we can't just say, this is a bad thing, regardless of who does it. So the next time that something like this happens and the perpetrator is not white, I'm sure they're going to be all over it, and they're going to talk about it, and it'll be front page news. Yeah, fat chance. We all know they won't. But that's merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about this story? Let me know by commenting down below in the comment section. If you want to support the channel, join me on Patreon or Subscribestar, as this channel is currently supported by viewers like you. Anyways, thanks for watching, folks. I'll see you all next time.